What's up guys, Chaz
and Trista
here bringing you our first episode of Flips and Finds.
Yeah.
Throughout our journey as resellers, the type of content that we typically like to watch is what people are actually buying and what they're actually selling. You can see tons of haul videos floating around out there of here's what I bought, and I've done plenty of them myself. Here's what I bought, here's what I expect to sell it for, but unless it actually sells for that price, you never know what happens to the inventory. So we just want to start picking along like 5 things that we sold, 5 things that we found throughout the last week off of several different platforms. It might be Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, just wherever we decided to sell that product. So to kick this thing off, we're basically just going to throw up screenshots for you guys and show you firsthand what we actually have sold throughout the last week. Of course, it's not going to be every single item, but we're just going to start giving you guys some ideas on types of things to look out for. We've been hitting garage sale season really hard here in Oregon. So for those of you that have hit us up asking us, hey, what are your garage sale tips? Yes, we'll come out with a garage sale video just for tips, but this can help you keep an eye out for different categories, such as the video games, electronics, all that kind of stuff that I love to flip. You're heavy into clothing, shoes, stuff I have no idea about.
Keep in mind also that these aren't just finds that we're finding at garage sales. We're going to thrift stores, we're going to retail stores. There's lots of different avenues that you can go. These are just the things that work for us. Like Charles said, garage sale season is heavy in Oregon. We have like about 4 months of nice weather, so we take advantage of that. We stock up. I think we're actually, I would say we're overloaded right now with inventory. But that's okay, because as the months go on, we're gonna work through our inventory. We're working through the stuff that's priority right now, but the stuff that isn't necessarily priority, we'll get to in the next month or even 2 months, really. We're just taking advantage of the time that we have now. I encourage everyone to do the same. Maybe you live in Colorado or maybe you live in Maine, you know, so everyone's a little different, and so obviously your sourcing habits, everyone's gonna be different.
Our main goal here is we're gonna show you not just what it sold for, the actual sale price. I just wanna break it down for you guys and show you what we paid for it, fees, and what we actually profited off of the item. So item number 1, as you can see, these were a pair of new Nike cleats. These I was so freaking excited for. I got these from Ross for $24.99. Now, we don't have sales tax up here in Oregon, so the prices that I'm going to give you guys are the actual prices we paid, since we don't have the tax included.
Buy cost was $24.99, like Charles said. The sale price was
$119.99. So this was hands down one of my best shoe flips I've ever done. Second to this, when I first started and I was doing a lot of Nike on Amazon, back when it was okay to do, I actually had flipped a pair of Jordans for about $280. So that was my best flip. At shoes, this was number 2.
These turned out to be a $9 shipping fee.
All right, for those of you that are heavy on the Amazon site, you don't know the eBay platform as well, you have a 10% final valuation fee that eBay will charge you. Just like Amazon has their own FBA fee, so we have our 10% eBay fee and then a 3% PayPal fee. When I'm doing my math, I actually round up, so I just go up to 14%. So if I take that sale price, $119.99, times 0.86, which is gonna deduct that 14%, minus our $9 shipping cost, minus my $25 buy cost, that left about a $68 profit. So that was definitely one of my favorite flips from the last week.
Item number 2 is a pair of Vans that I flipped. I got these cuties at a garage sale for $5. They are very unique, and I always love picking up unique things for eBay, because eBay has kind of a reputation for kind of eclectic or niche items that you might not be able to find anywhere else. So these sold super fast. They were on my eBay account for 2 days. Pretty good sale.
Yep.
I paid $5 for them. They sold for $42, and after fees and shipping, I made $23. So also a nice flip from my $5 purchase.
All right, item number 3, anyone that knows me, you see my crazy background. I love old school stuff from the 90s, especially retro video games, getting into NES world. I scored this NES lot for 50 bucks. It had the console, it had the zapper gun, and it had a controller along with 13 games. Now for 50 bucks, I just right off the bat, I knew I can at least make 100 back on that whole thing. So once I brought this thing home, I really started to dive in. I started to test every single game. I started looking up the games individually, and the one that I plugged in that I decided to look up real quick was Darkwing Duck. So as you can see on the screen, this thing sold for 45 bucks. This almost covered my entire $50 purchase that I made. So after my fees and my shipping and my buy costs, which I calculated that whole lot into the games, especially I calculated down to $2 for my buy cost for each unit. Ended up making about $33 profit just on that quick flip on that game. And I actually found a couple other games in there too. Hopefully they'll sell this week and they'll be on next week's episode.
So the next thing that I sold was a Calvin Klein's women's sheath dress. It was a plus size, and I love selling women's plus size. It goes so fast. If I can find good quality, it's always a really fast sell. So this dress was a $6 buy cost. I sold it for $35, and with fees and shipping, I made $20.
All right, next up is a very common item at garage sales, thrift stores, Goodwills. It's an item I used to pass up all the time because I thought, well, this is just really old. What value can it actually have? Turns out people actually buy these things every single day. Micro cassette recorders. As you can see, I picked this thing up. It sold for $34.99. and I paid $1 for this at a garage sale.
I thought he was nuts when I started seeing all of these video or voice recorders in my garage, and lo and behold, they sell pretty well.
So after fees, shipping, and my whole $1 buy cost, I ended up making a $26 profit. These have been super quick flips for me too. I don't think I've ever sat in one for more than 2 weeks, as long as you're pricing competitively. If you want to price high and wait till Q4, you can probably get away doing that too.
Okay, now we're gonna switch over and show you guys a few things that we found while sourcing this week.
Welcome to one of our shelving units. I actually just put this up this week.
Yeah.
Which I've been super excited about. IKEA.
We love IKEA.
If you guys want a quick side tip, these are $2.99 at IKEA, and they've been our favorite bin so far. Item number one, I picked up Facebook Marketplace. They were used. We do sell a little bit of used shoes as long as they're not too torn up. These guys, you can see, are not too torn up at all. These are Nike Metcons, which I personally wear for my own workouts, so I knew the second I saw these pop up it was going to be a good deal no matter what. 20 bucks. They were worn 3 times is what they said. They're in pretty much mint condition, except there's one reason why I wanted to get these. These were a varsity red edition of the Metcon 1s. Now these, as far as pricing goes, as you can see based on the comps on eBay I was looking at, they're kind of all over the place. There's some selling for $70, there's some that have sold for almost $200. So I'm gonna come in a little bit higher, and I'm okay with sitting on these because it was only 20 bucks. So that was probably one of my best finds that I had this week.
So I'm gonna show you 2 clothing items that I picked up while garage selling this weekend. And these are hopefully gonna be really fast flips. They're semi-seasonal. So sometimes it's difficult to look up seasonal items when you're sourcing, such as Christmas or puffer jackets in the summertime, because you're looking at the sales history, but there really isn't much of a sales history because it's the middle of summer. With that said, you have to go a little bit on your gut, a little bit on the data, and just hope you're making the right decision. It's not always going to be science, unfortunately. So this is a Reggie Bush jersey that I picked up, $3. The comps weren't crazy high right now. They were between 10 and 15, but it's not football season yet. So I'm gonna hold on to this for a couple of months. I'm okay with that. The next item I found so happy about.
Komodo dragon dress.
So I came out of this garage sale and I told Charles that I found a Vince Camuto dress, and he said, "You found a Komodo dragon dress? What?" But if you're into clothing, you know that Vince Camuto is a good brand. So this is a size 2, which is a little small, but I think it will sell. Comps were looking around the $40 range. I paid $3 for this guy. So I'm okay, again, letting this sit. We always feel like it's okay to sit on an item as long as the buy cost isn't crazy high. I'm okay with sitting on $3 items for 1 or 2 months, as long as I know that at the end I'll get a good return.
All right, next up, another Facebook Marketplace, which you guys probably know by now is one of my favorite sourcing methods, was a TI Inspire calculator. I love flipping calculators because you can get them cheap and you can make an easy 20-30 bucks on each one. Now, fun story with picking this guy up was the fact that I actually had messaged the guy because he listed this as a TI-84 Plus, which this is not. So he wanted $10. As you guys can see based on the screenshot, I'm gonna make about $100. All right, final finds that we had over this last week in garage sailing up in Washington, actually.
Woohoo!
We found these Nike Vapor One footballs, which, I mean, I typically never look up footballs if I pass them up, but I saw Nike, and because I've been getting into shoes, I knew that the Vapor series is a good flip to do in shoes. So I decided to look these up, the Nike Vapor Ones. These things retail anywhere between $60 and $90 for a new one. I got $2 a piece, and there's 8 of these.
Hopefully, if we do our listing and keywords right, we're gonna list these as 2 per lot. We'll try to get about 80 per lot with free shipping. So at a $2 buy cost per, so $4 for a lot, it's not a bad return.
So it's been episode number 1 of our flips and finds, where we give you a few ideas of what we have flipped and what we found over this last week.
We'll keep going with this if you guys like it, and shoot us comments and questions, and hopefully this will be a routine thing.
Go ahead and comment below on this video and let us know, what did you find over the week? What's a good flip that you had? I know it's always fun to kind of share this back and forth with each other, so let us know, what did you find this week?
For sure.
This has been Chaz.
And Trista.
We'll catch you guys next week.
I literally have to stand on my tippy toes, like right here. Stop it, you're like in the whole frame. Look at, I'm on my tippy toes. I can't like stand on my tippy toes this long.
3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Chaz.
And Trista.
Here bringing you your... Here. Alright, so for those of you that are maybe on the Amazon side, you don't know eBay at...
Calvin Klein sheath dress.
Dress. I want to dress this today.
Okay, so the next item that I love to click.
Okay.
Oh, why are we doing this right now? Okay, so I love to flip
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
Okay, I can't do this today. This is painful. It's really hot in here.
Scratch.
Okay. I can't go.
Try again.
So it's size 2.
Stick in his mouth.
Oh my gosh!
That's what my thing. And the mouth.
What's he doing?
Mouth.
Show me.
The mouth.
How's he doing?
Just like that.
Just like that.